Greetings, Aries, and welcome to Muse and Magic1111. Thanks for stopping by my channel. We're going to go ahead and just kind of jump right into it. So, today's reading is going to be focused on finances and love and relationships and any other questions that you may have. This is a general reading. However, I am going to ask you to ask a question at the end of the reading, towards the end of the reading, and then I will pull cards for that specifically, okay? I will not be able to hear that question. It's just going to have to form it in your mind's eye and trust universe is going to provide you with the answer that you need, okay? So whenever I start a reading, I always start off with a song, something that Spirit has given me for the viewer or listener, which is you. So I'm going to go ahead and jump right into this song by Tim Collins. Sorry, I didn't mean Tim Collins. Peter Collins, my bad. And it's called Count. Just a beautiful voice, very talented singer. So if you don't know who he is, look him up on YouTube, Apple Music, or any of the other streaming services that you pretty much subscribe to. And after the song, again, listen to the lyrics. After the song, there's a message in it for you. But after the song, we're going to go ahead and just dive in, okay? Again, Peter Collins, Count. Okay, Aries people. That is such an Aries appropriate song. Count to 10. So let's just get into it, okay? Put on my glasses. I recorded a little bit earlier for Libra, but I had my fan on, and apparently that totally affected the sound because I'm playing the music from YouTube. So I am going to be sweltering in here with the heat on. It's cool out, well, actually cold out. I have the heat on, and I typically like the heat on with the fan, but I've turned it off so you guys can actually hear the actual musical message. And unlike my Libras, because it was very, I don't know, like staticky or just kind of in and out. So I know they were very irritated by that, I'm sure. But work with me, y'all. All right, so let's jump into the financial piece and what's going on just currently, the general energies of your life right now, what's happening in life, Aries. We have the Empress, okay? We have the Empress. Empress is, just about delays. It's about delays, but really these particular delays are necessary. So there's something that's happening, and I'm going to say this is the finances right now. So there's delays on the financial situation right now, but with purpose and with reason. It's necessary right now. I feel like you're getting through a lot of lessons right now. Some of this might be very karmic for you. Not anything that you necessarily had to have contributed to this lifetime, maybe, possibly, but it could be past life karma as well. So I think there's just this karmic energy that you're working through. Excuse me, it's so late. It's almost 1 o'clock a.m. my time. And it's been a very long day, but I am here for you, Aries. Okay, and then this is Eight of Pentacles. So this is paid work. I feel like this is for a lot of you, just feeling like you're kind of stuck in this humdrum energy. Like I get up, I go to work, make some money, overworked, underpaid, and then go back home, eat, shower, rest, repeat, right? It's just this humdrum kind of cyclical energy of just every day. It's kind of like Groundhog's Day, okay? I feel like even though this is paid work, there's not a lot of contentment. It's just a routine, you know, a means to an end. Okay. So there's like this stagnancy here. Oh no. Hold on. Around your finances and your abundance. Again, like there's a hold on come on, Spirit, help me now. Around your abundance, okay, with this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. I wanted to clarify. Dang, now my car's all mixed up. Give it back to me. Here we go. And okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, yeah. And I want to clarify that, and really, you know, the whole point of this reason for this. Sorry, I know I'm just trying to get it together because my car. Okay, so the reason for this is because of the delay, right? We already talked about there being some kind of delay in some type of delay, but these delays are necessary. They will prove to be necessary. Okay. Now we have this Ten of Pentacles in reverse. We have the Eight of Pentacles, which is hard work. You know, overworked, underpaid. There's almost like there's this hold on your abundance right now, on what you feel like would be your abundance. I almost want to say. Okay, so I almost want to say like you've gotten yourself into situations, into contracts, into whatever, and it's like things are just kind of like, I don't want to say out of control, but it's like it's way too much month right at the end of the money. Okay, so this is still about man. The thing about it is, I wanted to clarify like what this stagnancy was around the money and the abundance, but this is like it's almost like there's this energy of this. It's like there's a longing, this silent longing for love and love connection and like a helpmate, or, you know, just maybe a companion. And this is connected to why there's this stagnant energy around money and abundance. Maybe because you're the type of person who gets into relationships and you tend to spend all your money on your significant other. Spend all your money to help others. You know what I'm saying? And so you don't really focus on, you lose focus on the main thing, on the main goal, on the end goal. Or you tend to deal with, okay. So for some of you, you deal with a lot of women who are very superficial. You deal with women who typically want to take, and really don't render any reciprocity in the situation, even if it's just the unconditional love piece, or just really making you feel like a queen or a king. Okay, so there's something going on there, and that is tied to your abundance and why there's like this. Ooh, I almost see like a bag, or this, yeah, it's like a bag, like a money bag, but it has a hole at the bottom. So money doesn't stay in, it's seeping out constantly because either of unwise decisions or unwise decisions in relationships. And then that's why your money seeps away. It gets away from you. Okay. And then we have a Ten of Cups, dang, in reverse. And so again, this is still a lack of happiness, a lack of joy. Like there's a lack of contentment, you know? And again, this is, let's clarify. I mean, kind of actually confirming what I just said. So this is still about money, confusion. This is about juggling two situations, or more than one situation, and um, juggling too many ideas around, like fruitless ideas. Okay. Not making a decision, but I feel like this is still linked to having these other energies in your life that are just kind of vampires. They're sucking away from you. They're taking, but not replenishing. No reciprocity. And you keep playing these games with yourself and with them, whether it's games of control, games of controlling with money, games of trying to lure with money. I'm being told to tell you stop it. Just stop it. Okay. Um, I'm surprised the hangman didn't come up or something, or whatever. So anyway, we have the Four of Wands, okay? There's this desire for the, I just said that. There's just, this is confirming it. There's a desire for this happy home, right? This happy home, just building with someone, having companionship and whatnot. And I'd like to say that there are some improvements that are underway. Um, Improvements are underway, but it's almost like you operate in this very smug type energy, because that's literally what this card says. This Nine of Cups, it says smug. Okay. So it's contentment and smug, not because you're content in your money or even in your relationships. You're content with who you are and how you are, and very smug in that, which almost can come across as a little bit arrogant. But even if it's not arrogant, it's still very controlling. And so look at how he's looking. Can't nobody tell me nothing. You know what I'm saying? I already know, I already got this figured out. You know what I mean? Like that's the energy that I'm getting. I already know the answers to all the questions. I already know everything. Even though you know that you don't, it's just the very way that you come across to people. I'm being given an X over the mouth. Okay. And that can mean a multitude of things. Stop sharing your personal business. Stop talking so much. Stop voicing your opinion so much. Nobody cares. And who says that you're the end all of opinions on things? I don't care if it's politics, religion, whatever you're talking about, stop talking. Move in silence. Um, it's like your world's um universe wants to offer you new opportunities, but you're going to have to be open excuse me, possibly to relocating. This says, oh, this is the card of overseas, the world card here. Okay, and travel. You have to be open to how that appears for you. I feel like there's this stagnant energy here too, because there's, again, a lack of contentment, right? There's this stagnancy because remember this card, you're just working in the same place, and there's nowhere to go. You've gone as high as you can go. There's nowhere else to go for you here. So you're going to have to be open to something different if you're going to reap different results, okay? Especially in your finances. All right. So we have a Queen of Swords, And typically the Queen of Swords is a very stern, serious kind of energy. That's how I feel. She's very tell it like it is, very much. It's almost like she could be a very masculine feminine. You know what I mean? Like with this Queen of Swords, you're just going to be battling, like it's going to be battle of the intellects or battle of the control. Who has the control of this relationship, or battle over the finances? It's just going to be a constant because this is not the energy you want your feminine to be, or you need a feminine to be in when you're already Mars energy. You know what I'm saying? You're already, come on, Aries, help me now. You know what I'm talking about. You see red and you're like the bull, kind of like Taurus. You know, you see red and it's like, you know what I mean? All bets are off. You need a feminine energy that is calming and peaceful. And you're not really there yet or ready for that yet because you got to figure out this piece. You know what I'm saying? Spirit literally just gave me, get your shit together. Like, start working on you. And I know many people think, oh, I'm already doing it. I already gonna get a new job and I'm doing this and that. And I'm already reading my books and I'm listening to, you know, whoever, whatever minister, whatever stuff you listen to for inspiration or whatever. No, go deeper. That's what I'm being told to tell you. Go deeper. Because you're still at a very surface level with that. You're only allowing yourself to go so deep, and you're still sitting there with this smug look on your face, and the way that you deal with people and deal with life and deal with the world is very smug. I'm so sorry. Don't shoot the messenger. You know, this is the time for you to go into hermit mode. Again, remember I told you that X over the mouth is what Spirit showed me? Go quiet, go dark. Nobody should know what you're doing. Nobody should know what you're planning. Nobody should know where you are. The hermit is off in the cave somewhere in the mines, configuring and reconfiguring his plan so that he can come out and turn this in, this upside down energy right side up. Okay, he can get his happiness and his joy and his coins back on the, you know what I'm saying, right side up. Okay, and Queen of Cups. So again, this is someone who's obviously older, probably brown hair, and gentle and motherly, but it's in reverse. You keep attracting the opposite of the Queen of Cups, and the Queen of Cups is truly what you need. That is your person of peace and love, and they're not afraid to go deep, emotionally connect. Um so yeah, I just feel like there's like this lack of, or this yearning for a happy home. Um I feel like Aries, you still have a bit of a childlike energy. You know what I'm saying? Like a little bit of immaturity in relating to people, to significant other, to whatever. Um, there's no right or wrong in that, or bad and good in that. This is just a time again to go into hermit mode because you are self-reflecting. This is where you're taking it upon yourself to really start working on self-transformation. And trust you me, it needs to happen without you. I feel like I see a puppy dog running around, all of the women chasing their skirts, love sick. You know what I'm saying? This is the time to go quiet. And vice versa. If you are feminine, it's like a little, like Pepe Le Pew. Remember, he was always chasing the cat and trying to disguise himself as a cat, and then she'd always find out he's a skunk when all of the paint falls off, and then the smell starts. Like you can't hide the truth for very long. You know what I'm saying? So this is the time to go quiet, go retrospective, go inward. Not retrospective. I want to say introspective, right? you want to start working on yourself from the inside out. I mean, I just see a picture of just pulling out the guts, like stripping yourself down to the bones. You know what I'm saying? And literally so that you can pour back into yourself all of that love, light energy, love on yourself, take care of yourself. Get yourself in great shape and in great health mentally, physically, and emotionally, and spiritually. And everything else in life is going to follow suit. Okay? I don't mean to take you to church, but that's just what I'm being given. Knight of Cups. Yeah, so this is a very young energy. And the issue here, this is the issue here is that there's a lack of confidence. You know, so all this display of rah, because that's what I feel, Aries, you know, that's your energy sometimes, just is because of the lack of confidence. It's almost like you're overly compensating, trying to overly compensate for what you feel a lack of confidence in, or your own insecurities, even if those insecurities are unbeknownst to you, because I feel like they are. Because remember, I have to keep bringing this guy up, the smug guy. You know what I mean? Like, he doesn't probably even feel like he has insecurities. You know what I mean? He knows it all. He's got it all figured out, and he truly, that nothing can be farther from the truth. Okay, so because a true master, a true teacher, um, understands or understands that there's always more to learn. Like, you don't know everything. You don't know everything. We're here experiencing this dimension, all these different shapes and forms, different cultures, all these different combinations of people. Because why? Because we're all divinity experiencing the universe, right? Through different eyes and ears and colors and cultures. Even divinity is still experiencing new creations. Then, so with that being said, it's almost like we can say divinity doesn't even know all things, everything, because it's still learning, experiencing through our soul experiences. If you know what I mean, if that makes sense. Okay, um, so pretty much, I feel like there's like this anger or something. And really what that comes from is just frustration. You're very frustrated about a lot of things, about your finances, about your stance in life, or where you are right now in your life. Feeling like you probably should have more or have accomplished more at the phase of life that you're in right now. Some of you are just, at halftime. Some of you maybe in the second quarter still, the late second quarter. Some of you are like now in the third quarter of your life, and you're like, oh my God, I'm not getting any younger. Um, you know what I'm saying? Life should look different to me right now. And maybe because you equate success and equate happiness with looking like you have a life partner, right? You have a life partner and you have a certain amount of money or a certain amount of material gains or things. But I ask you to let that all go. That's all conditioning. Let it go. Start from scratch and recognize that you are exactly where you are supposed to be. Remember, I said those delays will prove to have been necessary. Okay, so I'm going to clear these cards. I am going to get into let me see. What are the messages here, Spirit? These are angel messages. Let's talk. This is a life purpose. Let's just talk about what would make Aries happy. Like, Aries, what do you need? How do you need to be operating right now? What energy do you need to be operating in? What needs to happen for you right now for you to be happy, to experience happiness and joy? Boy. So, card that really kind of jumped out for you is speaker. Maybe sharing your story with other people, possibly younger people, sharing your triumphs, your failures, your triumphs, like something having to do with being an orator, possibly. Okay. Um, but speaking to others, which could help you to heal, but also help others to heal through what they're going through, especially if it's similar to what you've been through already. Okay. Um, your words can be, all of us have healing energy within us, and your words could be healing to others. So that's your inner healer that needs to be inside it. Healing energy. That's so funny. These already came up and somehow they're still together. So this is in another reading. But so this is healing energy. So you speaking is kind of tapping into your own inner healer, and that which you speak to others about can be their energy healing. Okay. Um, Especially when you come from a place of love, a place of light and love. And I think that's where the focus needs to be for you. You're seeking love through in relationships and in other people outside of yourself, when you should be seeking the love and the relationship within yourself. The only way that you're going to show up out of this, move out of this immature energy, is by you um, really stepping up for yourself, becoming the lead for yourself, becoming confident in yourself, learning to love yourself. And people say they go around because it sounds good, right? I love myself. Yeah, I love myself. I love myself first before anybody else. You just heard that. But you really are not displaying that. You have not learned truly how to love and invest in loving yourself. Stop giving your money away to others. Stop giving your energy away to others who are just taking it, who are energy vampires. They're just taking your energy and running off and doing what they want to do, and then coming back when they need to refill, but then going and spending it somewhere else, not even really spending it back. It's almost like you're giving people coupons and they're taking the coupons to go to the store over there and spend it. They're not even coming back and spending the coupons that you gave them, or the dollars that you gave them in your grocery store, or your five and dime, or your gift shop. They're going to spend it somewhere else and then coming back to you saying, "Oh, do you got some more of them coupons?" You know what I mean? Like, that's your life right now. Because remember, the money bag with the hole at the bottom, you keep giving it away and people haven't earned it. You keep giving it away thinking you're going to get something in return, and then you're disappointed constantly when you don't get it. But you gave it, right? And that's on you. Stop giving away your resources, lest you be left alone. Remember I'm giving this story in the Bible about the bridesmaids, and so they all were traveling to the bride's groom. Well, some filled their lanterns all the way up, some didn't bother filling them at all, and so halfway there, the ones who had empty vessels, right, or whatever, wanted to ask the ones who had the full vessels, "Hey, give me some of your oil, share your oil with me." Well, if I just have enough to get me there, because we're already halfway there, I'm already halfway through the oil, and I give you some of mine, neither one of us are going to make it. So I have to preserve myself. I got to make it to safety. I got to make it to the groom. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? And this is talking about so much, this is still a parable story, I'm saying. But even in a literal sense, it's like, come on, what sense does that make? It's a fool, and they refer to them as the foolish ones. So you are being a fool if you keep giving away your resources so you can't even survive yourself through the rest of the month, the rest of the year, the rest of the whatever, because you're constantly giving away what you don't even have to give. When if you were giving it to people who replenished you and who reciprocated, it wouldn't feel like it ever was gone in the first place, because you're coming together to help each other. Like the story of Stone Soup. That story worked because guess what? Everyone in the village brought something. Nobody had enough to make a full meal, but everyone bringing what they had together and putting it in that pot fed the whole village. Whereas if I only have 1 or 2 carrots, that's only going to feed me, right? Me and maybe my kid. One out of the 2 or 3 that I got. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on. So, message for somebody. All right. Um, what are the changes underway? Let's get into that. And changes that need to take place for you to experience abundance and change. Get some rest. Rest your voice. Okay. Rest your mind. Rest your body. Rest. Hermit mode. That means off the phone. Stop calling people. Stop entertaining people. Right? Stop giving your resources away to people. Just go quiet for a while. It's not forever. For a short while. So that you can restore yourself, beloved. You are in need of restoration. I almost want to say you are in need of saving. You are in need of healing. You're wounded. You need to tend to your own wounds. Childhood wounds. Mommy, daddy wounds. Ex-girlfriend, ex-boyfriend wounds. You know, karmic wounds. Okay? Memories. Focus on the good. Only the good things. Okay? Thank you, Janae Aiko. I think I said her name right. Only the good things. Focus on the good things. The past is the past. Stop regurgitating it, because some of you do that. You regurgitate the past. And it's hard to stop doing that. You know, those memories that hurt us so badly and they wounded us so bad. But now it's time to recreate those memories. And one exercise you could do is go back into a past situation that you remember that really bothers you. Okay? And recreate that story. You know, oh, this is what happened to me and it just hurt me so bad and I just couldn't. But go back to that time, whether it was in your childhood or in your adulthood, whatever, young adulthood, and rewrite that story and let it play out a different way. Just imagine. And do that over and over again until it feels like, yes, now I get it. That's the way it should have happened. That's the way I'm going to say that it happened. That's the way I want to remember it happening. Thank you for the lessons. Okay? And welcome in the new. Welcome new energy. Welcome in new people. After you take this hiatus, remember hermit, we're in hermit mode right now, Aries. Okay? Last but not least, leaving. For some of you, this is specific to if you are in a relationship. It's time to let go and to leave. And you've been knowing this. Only for those of you Where when I just said that, it just did something to your heart space. You were like, wow, like, man. You know what I mean? Those of you who felt that, it's time for you to leave. Don't talk about it, just be about it. Disappear. Don't tell nobody your plans, just disappear into the shadows until Spirit pulls you out, until Spirit tells you it's time. Matter of fact, we're going into winter. So this is hibernation, season anyway. Go into hibernation, and some of you really don't need to come out until spring. Honest to goodness. Give yourself 3 months. Changing your habits. Not talking too much. Going quiet. Meditate instead. Every time you want to get on the phone, go into meditation. Do something different. Do something that makes you happy. I don't care if it's putting together a puzzle or hiking or, it's getting cold out now, but learning how to cook new recipes. Just teach yourself something new. I mean, give yourself literally 90 days. It goes by like that, believe it or not, and see how you can manifest something different when you're not on your phone, when you're not talking or scrolling or texting or binge watching, or you know what I mean? Okay. My voice is getting a little sore now. I'm gonna sip on my wine, y'all. I'm sorry, I gotta do that. My throat hurts. That's just more of a confirmation of being quiet. You know what I'm saying? Just going quiet. Um, I kind of wanted to do a relationship read, but I don't want to do that for you, Aries, because you don't need a relationship read, and I've already given you what it is. The relationship stuff is what's been, the people you've been dealing with is what's been putting a damper on your finances. So there's nothing that you need to hear about relationship right now. The only thing you need to be focusing on is changing your patterns. Changing your patterns so that you can gain different results. You've been long awaiting this harvest season, and it's right around the corner. It's like if you just reach your arm out just far enough, you could almost touch it. But it starts with you changing something. If you keep doing what you've always done, you're going to keep getting what you've always got. And I don't care if that's relationships or with your money or whatever. Be prepared to change your environment. Be prepared to change your career. Be prepared to change your habits. And be prepared to change what you attract. Because whatever type of masculine or feminine energy you keep attracting to your life, and in all your frustrations, you got to know you're attracting that over and over again because you aren't either dealing with your past, you're not getting the lessons, or you're attracting where you're vibrating at. Like attracts like. Okay? So don't shoot the messenger. All right? I love y'all. I do. I promise you I do. What I'm going to do instead of a relationship read is do the Trust Your Vibes deck. And let's see what you need to do to restore your energy. You have 0 choices, Aries. Whoever asked that. Because you're tripping off of me not doing this love reading. You have 0 options. Everybody that's in your life right now that you're dealing with is not an option anymore. It's all wrong. You need throw in the whole hand. Throw in the whole hand. Get a new hand dealt. Okay. Get a new favorite 5. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. So, yes. Okay. So, instant feedback. First of all, this is your instant feedback for some of you. Okay. Instant feedback. Um, some of you have been asking for some answers. You've been asking for some guidance, and this is it. Okay. Um, you need to surround yourself with people who know more than you. Okay. If you are the smartest person you know, uh, throw in your hands. Throw in your friends. I don't mean it like that. I'm just saying if you're the smartest person you know, you need to get around people who are smarter than you, who know more than you, who can bless you, who can give you new information, who can give you new opportunities, open doors for you. You got to get around people who are role models and mentors. Because again, there's a quote: if everyone around you, if your favorite five, like the five people you know around you, all that you have around you all the time are broke, or the 4 or 5 people, you're going to be the sixth. But if you have, five rich people or rich friends or rich people around you, that's who you're hanging around, then you're going to be the sixth. Okay. Where you want to be at? Okay. Simple question. Where you want to be? you know? And that's whether it's rich and wealthy in finance or rich and wealthy in life and in love. Okay. Be grateful. Start keeping a gratitude journal. For some of you, you need to start writing down and staying and residing in a space of gratitude. The more that you're giving thanks to universe for or divine for what you already have, for the blessings in your life right now, the more you're going to see blessings show up for you. Okay, because that's a certain vibration, and what you put out comes back in. That's the law of the universe. That's karma. Okay, you get what you give. Okay, cause and effect, action, reaction, right? Do a vibe check on yourself. This is something that realistically we're not going to do daily, but check in with yourself ever so often and see what is it, what are my desires? How am I feeling today? Remember I talked about pouring into yourself that love? Start loving and showing yourself love. If you're not being shown love by the partners that you're attracting, it's because you, in some way, they're reflecting you. So you got to ask yourself, how am I not showing myself love? And then how are they picking up on that to mimic what I'm doing to myself? I'm not being honest with myself. I'm not checking in with myself. I'm not being patient with myself. I'm not being open and unconditionally loving myself. Hello, somebody? Don't shoot the messenger. Okay? Pray. Remember we talked about, I think, was it this? I want to say, I feel like meditation came up, but maybe it didn't. But get into prayer and meditation for yourself. Um, for some of you, you probably need to set up a prayer altar for yourself, or for some, maybe you call it a war room. I don't know, but a space for yourself to go quiet and just really journal or focus on gratitude. That gratitude journal, just write, you know, and just be quiet. Pray. People think that praying has to look like, dear Lord, please, 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 you're pleading for something. No, prayer can just be quiet space and time where you're just allowing for divinity to give you the downloads. You're allowing for divinity to come through and give you a word of optimism or rejuvenation or goals, plans, dreams that you never thought you'd dream. Like, get the downloads. It really does happen when you're quiet and you quiet the mind and the spirit. The messages will come. The plan will come. The dream will come. Okay? And fake it till you make it. Even if you're not happy, continue to wear a smile. Give love. Even if you don't feel loving, give love. You know, tap a little bit more into your feminine side, the nurturer, right? Where you go. Have you noticed when you're walking down the street, sometimes you might be on your phone and then you start laughing and talking, and the person in front of you starts laughing too? They don't laugh, but they smile too. They see you. Smiles are contagious, just like sneezes. I mean, not sneezes, but just like yawning. You know what I mean? You yawn at somebody else yawn. When you smile, it makes other people smile. Pay attention to that. So fake it till you make it. Even if you're not happy, act happy until you feel happy. Okay? Because smiling will change your whole vibe. I mean, I do it for myself when I'm feeling down, even after exchanging words with somebody. Like I let them get, you know what I mean, get under my skin, and I'm like, oh God, why did I do that or whatever? And then I just start smiling for no reason. I just like, let me just listen to one of my favorite songs that makes me happy or just whatever, and I start doing that, and instantly I feel better. I feel like life is smiling right now. You know what I mean? So something to think about. Okay. Um, all right, Aries, that's pretty much it. I'm going to end it there because I think we have had church. Okay. I think you've gotten the messages that um, divine needed you to get. That's what I asked, and that's always my prayer and meditation before starting any reading. Like, whatever messages need to come to the surface, whatever Aries or, you know, the listeners, right, need to know or hear or see, just utilize me in this space to be able to get the proper messages and the proper downloads. With divine guidance, literally every time. So that's it, Aries. I love you so much. Be well, and all you're getting, get understanding. Remember that love brings change. Love is the highest vibration of all. Okay, it's the highest vibration. True love is unconditional. Okay, and I love you. So thanks for tuning in, listening in today, and until next time, I love you again. Be well. Wholeness.